What's up, guys? This is Aaron from Inspire, Minnesota, coming back at you with another story. This story is a little bit different context in before, as I haven't actually had a chance to speak to the family about this event, nor will I probably be able to because these people are rather famous. So I'll just start with saying the story is about Granger and Amber Smith and the rest of their family. So they have three children: Lincoln, London, and River. And it was a normal day in 2019. Granger was outside playing with his other older two kids, and Amber was off doing her own thing. And the Smiths have a pool with a 4-foot gate all the way around it with a locking gate on the entrance. Well, somehow or another, while Granger was doing gymnastics with London and playing with Lincoln, River happened to get into the pool area, and he was in the pool for, God, just not even it doesn't seem like long enough, but 10 seconds is all it really takes. So Granger noticed River floating face down in the water, and he rushed in, took him out of the pool, began CPR. They called 911, and Granger nor Amber could get River's heartbeat back. So when the paramedics got there, they, got them away from the scene so they could work on River, and they got a pulse back. So Granger and Amber were so ecstatic that they got his pulse back that, they dodged the bullet on this one, until they got to the hospital, and the doctor had informed them that yes, his organs are functioning, but he has zero brain activity, and there is zero chance of him waking up. And as a parent myself, I could not imagine hearing those same words about my kid. I don't know what I would do in that situation, but my heart goes out to his entire family. So they decided that they were going to donate River's organs to people in need. And they stayed at the house for a little bit, but the constant reminders, the pool, everything, it was driving them just crazy. So they had to get away. So they went and stayed at a house that was 4 miles away. It was, I believe, their brother-in-law's house. And that's where Granger was probably at his lowest point, and he had made a comment that he had a devotional calendar, and every day it became like part of your coffee in the morning. He would read the morning devotional, and I believe that through this event, him and his family have come closer to Christ and closer to God, and have strengthened their faith within themselves and their families. Now, this in itself is a positive point, an inspirational point, that out of this tragedy, they found a new renewed faith. The positive part of this whole thing is, no matter what you're going through, you can make it through, whether you have to do 5 years of counseling or therapy or whatever, because the Smiths did it all. They went to counseling, they went to therapy, they sought the help that they needed to get better and to move forward with their life. And so after River was born, Amber had her tubes tied, because that was it. They only wanted three children. Well, they learned that through IVF, in vitro fertilization, that another baby was possible. So they tried it the first time, and unfortunately, a few months after, Amber had a miscarriage. And so recently they had tried again, and the pregnancy took, and she had another little baby boy whose name is Maverick. And they said that the requirement they had of naming their new child is it had to have the letters R-I-V somewhere in the name, because that's what they called him, Riv. That was his nickname. So she recently gave birth to Maverick, and now the Smiths are learning to start their life again with this new chapter, and all the while they have like the River Kelly Fund, which is a fantastic idea, to have a charity in your son's name that helps out other people and whatnot. And he's a phenomenal performer. I've been to 3 of his concerts now, and I've met him once in person, got to shake his hand. That Granger is a fantastic person. He is the epitome of homegrown country, down to earth, give you the shirt off his back. I haven't had the chance to meet Amber, but just listening to her speak and listening to her talk about this whole event and everything that happened, she is a fantastic woman. Him and her have went through the most horrific and heart-wrenching thing that I could think of, because there's no way losing a child and trying to move forward with your life, because you never really move on. You just have to move forward. I had featured a story a while back on a family losing their son at age 16 to brain cancer. It's the same thing, whether they're 3 or whether they're 17, or even if they're 30 years old and you're in your 80s and you have to bury your child. It's the same thing. It's just horrific. I couldn't imagine how they feel going through that. But through this event, they've come closer as a family, closer to their faith, and now they brought this brand new little boy into this world, and they are continuing with their life. Granger is still touring. He's still making music, and Amber has tons of stuff that she's doing, all of her side projects and all that stuff. And the family is just doing great. As great as you can be after something like this happens. So after listening to this story, one message that I want to get out is life isn't certain. You don't have X amount of time. Your time could end tomorrow. It could end in an hour. And that goes for anybody. So while everybody's spending their time being offended and hating and all of this stuff, man, eventually it's all going to be black. So make the most of you can with your life in the short amount of time that you're here. Take those risks. Take that job that you're uncertain of, because it scares you. If life was easy, it wouldn't scare you. And the things that scare you are generally the ones that cause growth. Like those people that are scared to get divorced, or they're scared to, leave their other because they don't want to pay child support, or whatever the reason may be. Life is too short. Just be the best person that you can. Instill values and morals in your children. And just maybe tonight hug them a little tighter after hearing this story, because you never know. And I hope none of you ever have to feel that kind of pain that these two families have went through. But just know, if something like this happens, there's avenues, there's people you can talk to, there's phone numbers, there's counseling, there's therapy, there's group, there's online support groups. There's many, 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 many things that can help you through this tragic time that you could be going through. So before you laugh and say, ha ha, it's, therapy is whatever, just give it a try. Nothing ever hurts in giving it a try. So with that being said, I'm going to keep this video short, because it's a really hard subject to talk about. But at the end of the day, You got to be the best person you can, live the best life you can, and just enjoy it. I mean, your life could end like that. Go out and enjoy it. Have fun. Do what you want to do. You know, hug your kids, tell them you love them, and be the best person you can be. So with that, I'm going to end it, and I'm going to say, go inspire somebody today and hug your children a little bit tighter tonight. Later.